I am in New Mexico. That's it, I made it. I finally am in the United States. I am in New Mexico. And there was something wrong with, I know there was nothing wrong, but I had to get a visa waiver, whatever, I-94 or something, although I had ESTA. I don't really know why, but I don't care. It cost me $6 and now I'm good. So took me maybe 20-25 minutes longer. And look at my bike. Like, the first thing I'm gonna search for in New Mexico is definitely gonna be a car wash. And these are my boots. All right, let's go on. Let the adventure continue. First town, 45 miles after the border, is, well, if I was in Mexico, I would say probably Hachita. Here probably they call it Hachita. And I'm being greeted by an abandoned church and cars that seem to be just left to rot here in the middle of nowhere. I have no idea what this is. If you guys know, please put it in the comments below. But all I know is that it's been here for a good amount of time. I just don't get how they leave all this stuff behind and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, we're visiting because this is where my grandpa grew up and he went to school right there.
Really?
Yeah.
So this was the school?
Yeah. That was the school. This is the church.
If you're interested in the history of the abandoned church and the dark secrets I found exploring it, you can watch the full video on my other channel, Sasha Fox Explores, in the top right corner. Jesus, there was just this dude passing by on his bicycle, going towards the border where I came from, fully packed on his bicycle in this desert heat. And I thought I was crazy doing this trip with a motorbike, and this dude just does it with a bicycle. Well, that, I suppose, makes me a little bit less crazy. And I don't like it. What the hell? Well, I guess old MacDonald had a farm after all. Alright, I did find an actual gas station here, and obviously it didn't take my card here, because in the States you can always pay by card at the pump without even going inside. But since my card is European, it didn't work, because in the States they use this swipe thing. So I went inside, left my card. I'm at a rest area just like a mile or so before Las Cruces, New Mexico. All the way from, what's the place called, Deming. I could see like a storm brewing on my left. It was just dark clouds and thunderbolts and thunderbolts and lightning, very, very frightening me. No, not really, but the wind was so strong that it was really hard riding the bike, so I decided to stop here until it gets a bit better. This is some interesting stuff. This seems to be made out of a lot of recycling materials. Shoes, phones. There's an old Sega Genesis. All right, I just checked Google Maps and this thing is actually called the Recycled Roadrunner Sculpture. Well, that makes sense. Looks nice though, that thing. So, I finally made it to Las Cruces, and yet again I took another motel room. But obviously in the States they are a lot more expensive than down in Mexico, so this one actually cost me $70 a night, and it really is nothing special, but it is what it is, right? All in all, it was a good day, made great progress on the trip. Look at the kind of cleanliness that the $70 get me here. Like, well, anyways, place is not clean, but the lamp is still wrapped like it's brand new. Some things really don't make sense, but again, I'm not gonna complain. I've got a roof over my head. Well, at least the internet in this place seems strong enough so I can upload all the videos from today and get a couple of things done, which simply wasn't possible in these two hotels I stayed in on the Mexican side. So fingers crossed. Good morning, everyone. I'm just about to check out from the hostel, motel. I've just been cleaning the bike for like $2. You get 4 minutes in an American clean park. Look at that, Germany. I'll probably head up to a lake that is around 80 miles from here. And thanks to my budget that has been crushed by this place, maybe I'll go into full survival mode tonight and just sleep outside in a sleeping bag somewhere. But now I'm trying to get out of Las Cruces and head north to a place called Elephant Butte. Well, I think it's called Buddy or Beauty or anything. It's actually Elephant, B-U-T-T-E, but obviously it's close enough to Butte. So let's see what's going on there. This is how they sell chilies, dried chilies in New Mexico. I love it. Like, this place is all about chilies. They even have chilies on their number plates. I am in a place called Arrey, about 85 kilometers from Las Cruces. So I'm more than halfway now. Just filled up in this cute little gas station. There's some dark clouds, so I should be okay. I think I'm gonna go right ahead after eating this hot pickle that I bought in there. I just felt like I need something in the stomach, and why not eat something weird? I mean, it obviously says hot and spicy. Let me try it. All right. Obviously gonna look furry, just like eating a banana. There's no right way to eat it without looking like, well, you know. That is spicy. And it's full of liquid. And sour as hell. Oh, and look, I just parked right next to this grill. And there's a lot of chili stuff. So I think they're roasting chilies here or whatever. I love New Mexico. Well, I also love the old Mexico. Ah, Jesus, that pickle was hot. I mean, I drank a chocolate milk after. My tongue is still burning. I mean, I'm not suffering. I kind of like it this way, but I never could have imagined that, like, a pickle could be that hot. So this is the place I'm at, Arrey, New Mexico. And as small as the place seems, they still have their own post office. I also see a school over there. And what I have to say about the United States Post Office, like, I don't know if that changed in the last couple of years, but they seem to have their shit together. Like a couple of years ago, I got a couple of chili seeds sent from someone in the States. I don't exactly remember where. I think it was California. And I was living in Spain at the time, and they arrived in like 6 or 7 days. Whereas you send parcels or stuff within Europe, from Spain to Germany or vice versa, and shit just gets lost or takes 3 weeks or ends up somewhere else. So I just arrived here at this self-pay station at the Elephant Butte, whatever, Lake State Park, and it all seems a bit complicated, but the park ranger just turned up and I asked him, so I just have to fill out this form, actually enclose like whatever it costs, in this case $10, and yeah, and I just put it in there. These are my copies and I'm good to go. So today I'm gonna be camping more or less wild on the side of this lake. Yeehaw! Alright guys, I'm here. That's where I'll stay for the night. Bought myself a couple of cans. Now I'm gonna get my old Corona shorts out and my Corona towel. I'm gonna have a quick dip, gonna have a couple of beers, and I'm gonna go camping here tonight. $10, $20 in beer. I suppose that's America. Ah, that was good. I think I'll probably be alone at this lake tonight. There's a couple of more people and it looks like they're all packing up. Another bunch of people are leaving, so that just leaves me and these 3 RVs there. And it's just, apart from the generator over there, it's just so quiet and calm. And I kind of hope that at some point tonight they're gonna switch off this generator. Good morning from the lake. It's about 6:30 a.m. now. I obviously woke up pretty early and I've been watching the sunrise from my sleeping bag. The first person is already out on the lake doing stand-up paddleboarding, which definitely would be way too cold for me right now. I'm not sure if I'll stay long enough to take a morning swim until it's a bit warmer, or if I'll just hit the road right away. But definitely I need to go somewhere and upload videos and also recharge my batteries. This solar power bank I have with me, it's like 4 years old. It's not the best anymore. And let's just say I sucked out of it what I could. Topped up like 25-30% on my phone, which isn't gonna get me anywhere during the day. I obviously couldn't resist going for a swim at around 7:40. The sun is already nicely heating up the place, and there's just nothing better than to start your day with a swim in a lake. Today I'll probably try to reach Santa Fe, but again, not making any big plans if I won't get there before dawn. I'll stay wherever. I'm packed up and ready to go. Goodbye, beautiful lake. Well guys, so much for taking the scenic route going to Albuquerque, Santa Fe, but nope, looks like I'll have to go on the interstate anyways. There's always a first time for everything. I've never been to Arby before, probably because they never made it to Europe, or I suppose they didn't. This is interesting. It's just like roast beef on a burger, nothing else, just roast beef on bread. Why not? And the other one is chicken tender or whatever. Not a bad deal. 2 for $6. It's 11:30 and that's the first thing I'm eating today. And last night for dinner, if you will, I only had a pack of crisps, or half a pack of crisps, and like 8 ciders. Oh, I just got off the freeway. Sorry guys, I'm super tired and brain fucked because I hate riding freeways. I've been driving just straight ahead for the last 4 hours and it's boring and it eats a lot of fuel. So I just went off and there's this huge petrol station and it's like I can't be bothered going in there because there's like 7 people there, and you know, if you have a European or a foreign card, sometimes they get declined at the pump and then you need to go inside and prepay, and if you paid too much, then you have to go back in and like collect your change, and I'm just not gonna stand behind 7 people twice. So that's why I came down into this little town. I don't know how little it is. It's called Belen, and I see another petrol station, but I don't suppose that I will be getting any petrol here. But the good thing is I figured that now I can stay off the freeway and just go to Albuquerque on another highway, villages or whatever, and I prefer doing that, so let's go. Now this is the second motel I'm in the United States, and it's the second motel where the lampshades still have the protective covering on them, where it actually says remove cover before using lamp. Like, I don't know, it's funny that none of the motels are removing this protective plastic. Anyways, today was pretty boring. Like, I drove 4 hours just straight ahead on the freeway. And I got really tired also because, again, I didn't really sleep too well at the lake with the mosquitoes and all this kind of stuff. So when I arrived here, first of all, I went to bed and I slept for like 2.5 hours. Then some laundry, the American style, with a handful of quarters and everything from a vending machine. Even the detergent. I'm here at a Motel 6 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Ended up paying $62 via Expedia. They wanted to charge me more at the reception, but then I said, hey, the price online is $54. Why are you charging me $74? And obviously it's always cheaper online, so I booked it online, ended up paying taxes on top, but still $12 cheaper than I would have paid here. And in the morning, I haven't really got a plan again, but I think I will be going Santa Fe, Pagosa Springs, Durango, that kind of way, and make my way up to Salt Lake City, slowly but surely. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe, and also check out my memberships in the top right corner here to get perks like early access to all my videos, exclusive behind the scenes content, and many more. Today I'm trying to stay completely off the freeway again.